NCRP Productions presents Torg Eternity by Ulisses Spiele. The Breifne Crown, Episode 9. Moving forward, we would like to give you a content warning. Tharkoldu and other realities are places where very bad things happen to good people. Acts and situations in this podcast may trigger those who suffer from trauma caused by sexual assault, torture, slavery, and violence. Please, listener discretion is advised.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a Sunday of Possibilities. My name's Greg, and I'm going to be your GM for our Torg game and the quest for the Breifne Crown. Victoria is not going to be able to make it this session, but the rest of the players are here, and I'll allow them to introduce themselves, starting to my left.
I'm Shan, and I'm playing Azrael, the cyber witch from the cyber papacy cosm.
Hi, this is Barry. I am running Max Elite, the freedom fighter from Tharkoldu.
This is Tori. I'm playing Evangeline Francis, the monster slayer from Aurora.
This is David, and I am playing Elias Strode, the Saculum chaplain from Aurora.
Excellent. And if somebody could go ahead and give us a recap from what happened last session to catch our listening audience up.
We met with Yuri, and his niece Oksana came out, and she had some pretty cool dual cybernetic arms and a giant impact hammer. We learned from her that
We think the demon Yavich is potentially there.
Potentially at the zoo.
She says he was
She
there.
says he was last seen there, not where we thought he was. So we decided we were going to go to the zoo. And Azrael thought the best way to get there would be through the sewers because it would be more direct than trying to go over land through all the rubble. So once we get to the zoo, we're trying to open the door to the computer room so we can mechanically lock the doors to all the large animal exhibits. And while I'm trying to hack into the computers to enable the locking mechanism of all the doors, everyone's attacked by a whole bunch of undead cybernetic baboons.
Is it a herd? Is that what they call a bunch of baboons?
It's a troop or a flange.
Troop? Okay, I'm going with troop. Flange sounds weird.
I don't like that word.
Troop sounds better, but yeah, a troop of baboons.
We also murdered 2 children.
You guys murdered 2 children, not me.
I'm not going to necessarily resemble the fact that we murdered them.
So on the way, there was creepy laughing, and we saw these 2 horrible-looking children torturing a cat. So we killed the children.
Well,
You guys killed the children.
Preemptively took out a possible assailant.
I acted in a direct
the
result
cat.
of them drawing a weapon on me.
I didn't mean to kill the cat.
Well, the cat
hurt
was
the
being
cat.
killed, or it looked like
Well,
it.
I didn't mean. Yeah,
You were torturing the
I was
cat.
putting it out of
Uh-huh.
its misery, but
Cat was collateral damage.
But did the girl have a knife and the guy had the little boy had a pistol? So they
1911
were
banana
armed
knife.
and they could have been potential enemies. So
Yeah.
that's my justification.
Although the one was unconscious, I think murder probably falls in Max's hands because she did slit his throat.
That is very true. I only knocked him
We
out.
could have walked away and just left him there. He could have been out for, hours.
Again, I'm going to let you know that I do not resemble that remark. I believe that it was, again, in Minority Report form. There's a possibility something could have happened.
And the realm of Tharkoldu itself approved greatly of the actions.
I really like that kind of thing here.
So we left just as you guys finished up the baboons. And so you're able to close down the mechanisms for the other animals. You're able to hear some roars of frustration out on the perimeter, but so far nothing has made it through to attack. Wounds have been healed, and Ava actually disconnected during the fight, but was able to reconnect as time passed and shock left the body and people recovered. And right now, you can hear in the background the animals starting to die off and the oppressive night pushing
Animal
back
sounds.
The
Sorry.
animal sounds. So
Okay.
the
Animal
animals
sounds.
aren't dying. The noises are just. I was like, why are they dying off? That sounds
I would
bad.
say Tharkoldu, that could happen, but it's the sounds that are dying off. So what do you guys do?
Well, at this point, Oksana, do you know potentially the last location? Is this place where you last saw or last heard of Yavich being?
The zoo is where we last heard of Yavich occupying, but what section or what part of the zoo, I don't know. What do we know of Yavich?
Very little. I have heard of him before. I understand that he actually is one of the generals for Thrachin, but beyond that, I don't know much else.
It's a big, red, ugly bastard.
My dear, you just described most demons. So, if he's a general, that means he's an alpha.
Right.
What here in the zoo do you think would befit a realm or the housing of an alpha?
I don't know. Where I'm from, there's no zoo.
Lion enclosure.
Yeah, I was gonna say lions.
So a zoo, this is where
Bears.
things
bears
are done.
and
This is a place where you experiment. I mean, those creatures, the cybernetics, it's a cult tech. I know what it is, but I have never seen it used. Well, I've never seen creatures like that.
Do you think they're experimenting on the other animals?
I-
Should we expect a cybernetic giraffe?
What's a giraffe?
It's
Never mind.
It's possible to see one, but I don't think it was experimentation. I think when the nuclear blast detonated, it killed most animals, but when the two realities collided, it transformed.
I'd probably suggest large animal, so maybe lion, being top of the food chain of the wild.
Even in my world, those creatures would be abominations. This is normal and then I look around and realize you guys don't know. I look at Oksana. This is normal in your world?
Here,
Not everywhere?
but not everywhere.
And not prior to the wars beginning?
Well, prior to the invasion, there were animals, but they weren't abominations as they are now.
Have you seen creatures like this before? Is this new to you?
This is not new.
So this is the reality of
Yes, it is.
this place we call Moscow.
Yes, it is.
Just Moscow?
Seems to be centered focus mainly around the zoo, and that's why I tried to warn you of if we can get through unseen, so we don't disturb the inhabitants.
We're going to start sneaking around the zoo. Or can you bring up in that computer that you hacked into, a diagram of the zoo and where we might need to go and what kind of closures they have?
You made the rolls. You're inside the system.
All right, I'm looking up map of the zoo.
No problem. Be able to bring one up. So the lion enclosure is not too far away.
Is there a printer in here? If there's computers, can I print a map of that and a list of animals that are in here?
Sorry, but I envision for Moscow, and this not to be insulting, but I do envision for Moscow that it's still a dot matrix.
I was just gonna say that.
On green and white paper.
It's the paper that's got the holes on the
That's a dot matrix.
Because they still have the technology there, and it's inexpensive.
I was actually going to say that too. There is one, but it's an old dot matrix with the box of connected paper that you have to, perforate. Is perforated.
Okay, well,
You'd be
I
surprised
just
how
want to
many
pull
people
out, if you can imagine, the visitor map to a zoo where it's kind of comically inaccurate,
You were here.
that. So
Right,
it's
you get the big head of the lion over the lion enclosure.
yeah, just so we could see which animal enclosures are where in
right.
relation
That's
to
kinda
where we
my
are.
idea, yeah.
So
I'm not-
Max would not know about this, but outside a game, I think there would probably be one. They would be all over.
like the
I
brochure.
was just gonna say,
Brochures.
wouldn't they have them posted up with signs and stuff? Usually?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
How well
grabbing
kept
that.
is this place? How long ago did the war start? Was it a year ago?
It's a little over a year ago.
I'm sure some of it's still up though.
And so, right
Probably all
now,
over the floor,
so right now we're in mid-April. The invasion landed on opening day of the baseball season. So, because the Living Lands, the Mets, it was opening day, and the Mets were playing when Living Lands landed in New York.
Can I search the room to see if there's anything that might, give us
Roll
a
find.
handy map around the zoo? Probably not going to happen. It's a -4 and it's mine, so, not even a 10.
I mean, yeah, for you, maps are often in books where you
Right,
written on
Ancient
and just-
tomes.
right?
or on spheres.
Yeah, or a globe. So you're looking for that, not necessarily for a pamphlet.
Yeah. No pamphlets where I come from.
So yeah, you don't see any,
Okay.
but you find what you want, and you can print out basically a map if you want to.
Sure, printing out a map.
It's obnoxiously loud. The printer. So, but you're able to get a map of the zoo.
Oh God! And the other part of it is because it's the old style dot matrix. Did she gauge it right, or is it printing out the 1 page equals 3 feet thing? You remember that with the dot matrix? You'd have 700 pages. Wait, how does this go together?
I successfully rolled 4 hack rolls in 2 turns.
All right,
She's in the system.
Yeah.
So I did a really good job. I did it right.
It's still scaling for the dot matrix printer, but
I did a good job.
Yep,
I'm saying that.
Azrael did a good job, so you're able to get your map printed out.
And it's just so we know where we're going in general, and what other enclosures we're gonna pass on along the way to the lion one, so we're not caught off guard or anything.
this thing, Oksana, this zoo, this was here before the bridges.
It was.
Did you attend it before?
My childhood was not a typical childhood with trips to the zoo. My
Is
childhood
that
was
typical
more...
for a child going to a place with abominations like this?
Zoos are supposed to be fun. Before they turned into abominations, they were generally rescues or places that injured or bred in captivity animals.
So
were
it's a
kept-
hospital. A zoo is a hospital.
In many
It's like
cases,
a rehab facility because some animals couldn't be released back into the wild. So they were
Okay.
just at the zoo, and then people could pay money to come watch them safely.
So it's slavery.
They did no task. It was
Okay.
I believe the animals are held in captivity as a entertainment mechanism for families.
Oh,
also a source of income for the city.
okay.
But this is not the intended purpose.
As I said, my childhood was more along the lines of bringing bribe money to judges.
Did it work?
We were successful.
All right, we've got our map. Let's go.
Are we going to take a look at the lions?
That seems reasonable.
Let's take a look at the exhibits on our way to the lions also.
Always want to see a lion in real life.
I would like to see one of these creatures as well.
Hopefully not the one that just had that big roar.
I would agree with you.
I hope it roared from inside its
Yeah,
enclosure.
if it's here, hopefully it's
Hopefully it's
behind,
prairie dogs and pink flamingos between here and them.
Are you able to, on the computer you have, can you pull up security footage? I mean, this is something that we had. Are you,
I don't know, can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you able to reach out with your mind and try to find something big?
I can certainly try, but the creature would have to be able to speak back. But I will try.
Because that might give us a general idea, and we can compare it to which direction on the map, I guess.
Telepathic.
Roll me computers. DN
Compass
12.
kind of, so to say.
17.
17. You're able to find it, and you are able to actually find footage that is still on storage, is digital storage of the lion enclosures, if that's where you're looking at.
Sure.
So I'm going to reach out, but telepathy says mind, and it does not in any way, and I wouldn't think it would, does not in any way suggest that I can just contact any creature. I think it has to be a thinking creature, something that potentially has speech for communication. So I can reach out if you want me to, but play it however you want. If you want me to roll, I'll roll.
I think you have, for telepathy, don't you have to see the creature?
It did not say line of sight, but I will reread it because I wasn't specifically looking for that. Range 1 kilometer, so no.
You may pick up somebody that
It
is
seems like-
here, not an animal. And we'll know
Toward
that
the
we're not alone.
end, toward the end of the description of telepathy.
Even if communication is established with an unwilling target, it doesn't allow the psi to read thoughts, only to communicate and hear those intentionally projected by the target. Unconscious characters cannot be spoken to. The psi must be able to see those. Yes, I'm sorry, I read
Okay.
it. It wasn't the absolute end. So I can't see them. Without seeing them, I can't tell.
So you have to start seeing them, and then they can move up to a kilometer away for it to be still.
That's what I'm understanding.
Okay.
Would have seen
That's
through
what
a camera.
out of gearing I'm saying.
Can you use it if you're seeing them through a camera? You have to physically see them.
And the footage that is stored, it would take a while to sit and watch it, go through it, looking for whatever it is that you
And
might be
there's
looking
nothing
for.
that's
Stored.
live
Can't you
feed?
see live?
No, it's not. I mean, it's not working right now. There's no maintenance, no upkeep on surveillance.
Okay.
But there is.
Well, I don't think
stored.
something from the past is going to help us.
Just wander
No.
down to the lion enclosure, take a look.
Well, I was thinking it was like a live feed, so I could see what we'd
Yeah.
see before we got there. But it's
And these
not a live feed.
lions, these are demons.
They're cats.
We don't know the extent of their transformation yet until we go see.
So I would suggest then we proceed with caution and be on the ready.
They move fast and they can climb.
I am always ready.
Now, having healed our shock and wounds and everything, have I had enough time to remake some of my potions that I used?
No, it's only been about 20 minutes, and I don't think your wound. You still have one wound, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
10 more minutes till my potions.
what's that? So you need 30 minutes?
Yeah.
You can ask people to wait.
We can wait 10 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes.
Probably a good idea that you have some of those on
Yeah,
hand.
I'd rather you have
in a
a.
tight spot.
Well, I still have some that are pretty good. It was just that thunder brew that knocked that kid out. That one needs 10 minutes, and then the cursed shell. So-
Oksana, do you know this zoo well enough to know whether or not there would be patrols?
I haven't seen any of the patrols other than the animals here.
If we wait an additional 10 minutes, I think we should be on the ready.
We can just slowly start making our way inside. And that should give me time.
Sure. Yeah. Let's
Don't
walk
you have
slowly.
to be in a specific space? You can't just...
Doesn't say.
Huh, interesting, okay.
And part of your equipment, I'm sure you have like an alembic and...
Yeah, because I have the little alchemy kit.
Yeah.
So I can probably just mix it all up and let it set.
Get something burning over here, put your mortar and pestle grinding something up over here, and so while everyone's kind of watching, you hear her clinking with some things and then grinding some stuff down, and smell some weird odors come wafting from her direction. But how much time do you let pass while you're making potions?
I only need 10 minutes, so
Alright, so about 11 minutes pass as you finally start putting out light or fires and start packing your stuff away.
And then we get up and go.
So what is the plan, and who is leading?
Oksana's leading because she's the one that drug us here.
Okay. So she says,
My ward enemy is still up. It's concentration. So.
she goes, if I remember correctly, the lion enclosure is down this way.
I check the map. Are we going to pass anything else that is generally a dangerous animal along the way?
No, the lion enclosure kind of leads into the big cat area.
Okay. So we're heading towards the dangerous animals.
You're heading towards the dangerous animals.
All right.
So like bears, the gorilla exhibit is nearby.
Ooh.
I don't like those either.
Yeah, they're dangerous. They're worse
check
than the
those on the
baboons.
way, I guess. Just kind of peek at them.
They're basically taking a tour of the zoo looking for this big demon. Now, he's probably not going to be alone, right? He's probably going to have henchmen with him and things, right?
I would expect that he'd have anyone under his command that hasn't been set out on mission.
I'm gonna be
So we may
listening.
be looking for a large enclosure.
Bears
Soon we'd hear.
bears live in caves. Perhaps this demon would seek the shelter of such a thing. For cats.
If we can't
Sleep
find him in
under
the
the
lion
stars.
enclosure, we could check there.
These cats sleep under the stars.
So when you come up to the lion enclosure, basically it's a huge pit that's railed, and inside was meant to be a savanna type of enclosure. And then on the far end of the enclosure, you can see where it goes inside, and it's not really cave-like, but you can see it goes deeper, recessed into underneath the pavement. I mean, that
Like alcoves and stuff, right?
Yeah,
For them to
yeah, and I mean, obviously
Yeah.
that would be not obvious, but that would be an area where the zoo technicians and the zookeepers would have access and bring the animals out for veterinary type of stuff.
Now, are we still carrying the flare? Is it light enough out here at night?
Oh, it's light enough, so
Okay.
it got distinguished.
And we are definitely not presently carrying the flare because that was put out a while ago.
correct. And so she says, "This is the exhibit," and she kind of looks over and starts climbing over the rail.
Time-wise, where do you think we are? 1:30, 2 in the morning?
About there.
Okay.
So, it took a while to move, to hike the 5 miles. You left around 10 and then climbed back up, moved the rest of the mile, slowly. So it's maybe about between 1 and 2, somewhere in there.
Okay.
I'm going to look before I climb over any rails.
What are you looking for?
Anything that might be moving.
Good call. Don't see anything.
Do we hear anything?
Don't hear anything.
Big sigh. I start climbing over the rails because I don't feel like we have a choice.
So everyone that climbs over, make a dex roll. And it's just going to be a standard difficulty, so 10.
Climb over. How are we getting back out with these gates closed?
Climbing back over.
No, I got a 9.
They're usually set down lower.
Oh, good point. I don't climb over.
Wait, why are we not climbing? Is that what we're doing?
So how are we gonna get back out?
Is it like, how far down is it into the...
It is 20 feet down.
Say it's at least 10 feet.
I'm not jumping 20 feet down into a
I don't
lion's
think
den.
we should crawl in.
Why don't we have anything that might lure a cat like that to us? The smell of food or a piece of meat? Only cats, if I understand, they have a keen sense of smell.
We are not looking for the cats, right? We are looking
Right.
for Yavich.
I mean, if we
So
don't
I don't see Yavich.
any signs of any kind of demons being here, I think we should move on.
But we haven't looked down on the floor of itself.
Do we have
What
an
would we be
extra
look-
flare we can throw down there?
Yeah, what would we be looking for specifically?
I can't say, but I can't see from what's up here what could be on the floor of the enclosure.
Okay. So Barry would know, Max would not. But Max is going to look around for anything like rope, and Barry would think potentially there might be a fire hose somewhere.
Go and roll find.
Okay. So that is going to be an 11.
So you remember some of the enclosures, and some of the pathways. There was ropes that were, strung between posts to be able to show the visitors which paths to go on as it kind of gets more into.
Give me a moment. I believe I have an answer. And I'll go cut ropes at the longest length I can. If something's running through with the eye hole run, I'll go as far as I can before it reconnects.
Oh yeah, you're able to. With that, you'll be able to find about what you need, at least 20 feet.
Bring it in. I'm assuming it's the thick railed enclosure.
Yeah.
So I'll figure 8, tie it off, drop it down. I believe this will work.
We really want to go in there?
No, but I
With
think
a
we
lion?
have to.
We can't send Oksana alone. I'll go.
I'm going.
Oksana climbs over and starts lowering herself down.
So we're going.
Yeah.
So that was a good idea with the rope.
Thank you.
Award you a possibility for that.
I was about to give up and move on.
Oksana scrambles her way down, no problem. So everyone who goes down, go ahead and roll a dex, but this time it's going to be easier. Difficulty number of 8. Since you have a rope,
Perfect. 12.
No.
6.
Right at 8.
you make it down, no problem.
2.
2.
I also did not make it.
Watch her come. Thump. This is not really your strong suit, is it?
And that's exactly what happens.
She hits the broken ground at the
Nice.
bottom, and
What?
I fear
Your
that I
fleet
will as
eyes.
well.
Yeah, so let's see. 20 feet.
did she literally fall from
She
the
literally
top?
fell.
Nothing
Well,
from
actually,
the top?
roll a d6. So 1, 2, 3 was from the top. 4, 5, 6 was from the bottom.
From the top.
So somewhere in the first couple, she loses grip and falls.
You want me to do the
Are we
same?
able to, like...
Yes, so,
Because
did
I
you
also
roll
failed
2?
it. I also fell from the top.
Watching her do it, you're like, well, hell, she made it. Ah!
Well, I see what
that's
not
how
to
you
do.
do it.
Ah!
It's too dark. I wasn't allowed. I did not witness the
Oh
technique.
my goodness. Where did my fall stuff go?
I'm assuming it's D&D damage. It's probably a D6 of damage.
So what is...
We'll probably suffer some shock.
Oh, this isn't freaking meters. So what's a meter to
20
a
feet.
foot?
20
meters
meters, you're
is
talking about
6
6 meters.
6
20
meters?
feet, probably
Okay.
about 6 meters.
A meter is about 3 feet.
Correct. 3.3.
So,
Six
20
and a half
feet,
meters.
6
6 and a
meters.
half meters.
It is, for you, the damage is 10 plus 1 bonus die.
Damn.
So 11 versus your toughness.
Of
10.
10. So
Nice.
that's going to be
2 shots.
just 2 shock.
And I have a toughness of 9.
So 9, and it is 10 plus a bonus die. So that's going to be 13. So
That's
2
4.
shock.
2 shock.
So everyone kind of scrambles down, fine, and all of a sudden you hear, ah, thunk, and then, whoa, thunk.
Ow.
You're able to roll away, so Father Elias doesn't land on you.
Smushy.
Hopefully that didn't attract any demons.
You're telling me you don't scale the church periodically?
Absolutely not. We have acolytes that tend to the reparations of
So
the
as
structure.
they're
And you don't-
scrambling
as-
up, do I hear or see any big cats?
No, not saying anything. And for you, I mean, you don't climb high in the cyber papacy because that's where cyber gargoyles hang out.
Ooh.
So climbing's not your guys' thing.
So where would these lions be?
In the trees. Or under them.
Why did we go down below the level of the trees then?
That's what I was wondering.
They could be either. They could be in either place, I believe.
So as you're talking about this, you look over and you see Oksana. She's just kind of looking at the ground, almost like she's tracking.
Okay, well, I'm going to stand still because I know what tracking looks like.
What are you looking for?
Anything that might indicate the presence or the movement of the demon?
What does that look like?
Footprints?
Did you see the demon Yavich's feet?
I didn't pay particularly close
Was
attention.
he
No.
hooved or did he have feet?
Did he have like?
Claws, hooves, or
Lizardy
feet
feet?
is generally the options.
She's.
I also did not look at...
Can I try to remember what it looked like?
Yeah, you can try to remember. Roll a mind.
Mind, okay? Let's try that.
I'm going to do the same.
I think you
Did you just roll 2 20s?
2 20s.
12 plus.
Wasting him.
23.
Wasting the rolls on...
What the feet
What
look
do
like.
his feet look like. It's a little Dan Schneider event.
20s in a row, man. Oh, sweet.
Yavich had cloven hooves.
Wait, I remember. It's coming back to me now. He had hooves.
How can you remember something like that? I can't.
Just, it just came to me. I'm
Do you
sure.
just have a thing for feet or something?
No, not really. But, I never seen a demon like that.
Weird
I don't know, it must have
fetish.
somehow found its way into my short-term memory.
You always knew those priests were weird.
At least it's not little boys.
True. True. Animals are my preference, not boys.
Or boys with cloven feet.
So when you say cloven, Oksana just kind of nods her head and then starts looking on the ground.
I will also look.
Okay. Roll find for
my
anyone
memory is
who
serving me
is
so
attempting to...
I am not going to get in Oksana's way, even though I think I might be able to do it.
I'm gonna keep looking at the trees and everywhere else to see if I see any like those little
17.
shiny eyes.
17, man. That's cool.
I got a 9.
220 to roll. That was nice. How many 20s
You don't find cloven footprints or cloven tracks, but what you do find are what appear to be very large raptor tracks.
Let's look here. Some type of track here. And I get Oksana's attention. What kind of beast is this?
Appears to be some type of bird of prey.
Is that a lion?
No. Is that a demon?
No, that's not a lion.
It could be. Then it could be the feet of demons.
Could be.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
now.
the
I'm gonna take a
ones we're
moment to
looking
really
for.
scan and look. How many do we see? I mean, does
So
it look
with-
like it's one, or does it look like it's a bunch?
You find tracks around, but it does not look like it was made by many. It looks like it was probably made over time by one.
Okay.
Well, if it doesn't match the feet we're looking for, I say we move on.
Is there a like a path, or the tracks lead somewhere, or is it just kind of in the area?
So as you start looking, you can see some of them are leading directly towards like the alcoves in the back of the enclosure area.
So look, these tracks lead this way.
Okay, but it's not what we're looking for.
It's not? He said it could be a demon.
But we know he has little
Hoof feet.
feet,
It would not be the correct demon if we found a demon at
Okay.
the end of these tracks.
and I don't think we want to find one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Oksana just kind of shrugs. It's like, I mean,
You said we needed to go in to look at something. We should go there quickly.
well, we're inside the enclosure. This is where we needed to look.
Are you sure this is where we needed to look? We just know that he was at the zoo, but not where in the zoo.
I was starting to browbeat us.
I
Don't
have
demons
one
fly?
wound.
And then we were like, what's a tough animal? Lions? Let's check that enclosure. The hoof prints are not here. Why are you so
May I
insistent that we
suggest
check
that
this
in-
exhibit?
Maybe we should go to the buffalo exhibit.
Well, may I suggest that in Tharkoldu, there is dominance, but there is also pain. And it is much easier to induce pain on something much weaker than you. Is there a small animal that would be maybe cute and fuzzy that would be in a zoo?
Koalas.
A koala. Is there a koala exhibit? I look back at Azrael
I
when I
checked the
realize
map.
I say we just start looking one at a time. We go by, we don't see any
Yeah,
immediate signs, we just move on to the next one.
we need to clear the zoo methodically. Bring the rope.
yeah, of course. I'm going up first. I'm gonna get out of everyone's
I'm
way.
getting the hell out of this one too.
So you guys climb on up, and so
Do we have to roll a climb to get out?
yeah, yes.
There you
Better
go.
not fall off.
But it's going to be a DN8.
Oh, okay, look, well, I got a 7. You see?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
roll,
6.
roll a climb?
There's
Dex,
no climbing, just roll
So
dex.
I got a 4.
which was from the top.
Oh, okay.
6.
12. 12. I got a 12.
You made it this time.
So let me ask this: before they fall, if I'm up and I see they're having troubles even mounting the rope, can I pull them up?
Yes, you can.
All right. So I'm going to do that instead of letting them fall, since I was first.
I only need one more to get an 8. So if
And
you
so
add plus 1 if you assist.
Yeah, I was going to say I would lower it down, but with your assistance from that top from a DN8 to a DN6.
Oh, then I made it.
And
Then I made it.
You start slipping, but Max's big, strong grip just clamps down your arm and helps scramble you up the rest of the way.
Nice.
Step out. We should get the other two out, and we should move quickly.
I
So
agree.
Oksana rolls. No problem. She scampers up.
And I'll wind the rope into a standard coil, pull it around my shoulder, and move on.
Okay. I mean, it's heavy, but you're strong enough to be able to bring it up. So other enclosures, with the exceptions of the dangerous ones, the bear caves, the other big cats, the gorillas, they're all going to end up having a deep enclosure like the lion one. But the others that you end up checking, not so bad, just hop over the fence, or climb over a simple fence. And basically the next couple of hours you guys search, and you're not finding anything that is out of the ordinary. Or
Do we even see any of the animals we were hearing before I locked all the doors?
no, you don't. And so you get the feeling that the doors that you locked were more of the outside perimeter, and instead of actually locking them inside, you locked them off the outside to prevent them from coming in.
Still protects us in some way.
Yeah. Does this mean we have to go back to this lion pit? Nothing else is suspicious.
And about 2 hours have passed since, as it took to be able to move and check everything off.
Maybe we should go check the lion alcove.
We should be getting some light here soon.
I would have thought that we would have seen or heard something in this enclosure.
Maybe it's been watching us this whole time and we don't realize it.
I'm really suspicious that we're not seeing anything. And when we were fighting the baboons, we were hearing roaring coming. I locked the doors, and now there is no animal in sight.
Maybe we need to open the doors back up.
No, I
kill
don't
it.
think that would be the
No.
choice.
If we kill
But
enough animals, would it
where-
attract the demon?
Look on your map. Are there places we haven't gone?
I mean, you didn't check the meerkat mounds. You didn't check the otter ponds.
Out of game, I know that there are basically warrens where the workers move through that are outside the standard environs. Would they be on any of the maps that we have?
Not the map that asked for, like the visitor map type thing.
All right.
Do the laws of the cosm, are they reactive? Like, the more pain we cause, would it maybe possibly attract the demon?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, don't work that way.
Yeah.
We gotta go around killing a bunch of monsters or animals.
Well,
haven't checked.
if we feel that that's the last choice, then I say we go back into the lion enclosure and search for a secret passage. I'm uncertain at this point.
I think we should
Could there
find
be an
a way in.
external entrance? Is there something we're not seeing? Is there a hidden passageway?
But usually, with the big cat enclosures, you have that big glass. Does this one have that?
Yeah, so not down below. So it's not like where you could have walked down and got on eye level. This one's more just straight up on top. It wasn't a modern,
okay.
Modern zoo.
So you're looking down into the
Looking
bowl.
down.
Well, Oakland's a modern zoo, and you don't walk down at the cat's level. You walk above it.
What if we set up some type of diversion, a visible diversion, that might draw attention to it, like we launched a flare somewhere in the zoo. Maybe it would bring attention to it, and we would see.
We were attacked by small dead monkeys that were cybernetic.
Baboons aren't small; they're quite large.
Too bad we
When you
don't
compare it
have-
to a demon, they are
right.
small.
Oh, okay.
And we have walked through all these enclosures. Nothing has come our way. Whatever you did to lock out, they are locked somewhere that's not here. Unless what you did killed them all and they disintegrated, although we did not see freestanding cybernetics.
And that's assuming that they're all undead.
Too bad we don't have Iara's little skeletons.
And what exactly are we looking for? I get the feeling that you're looking for Yavich himself.
Or evidence of Yavich being here.
So, as I said before, Yavich hasn't been seen here for about a month now.
But wouldn't there have been evidence of him being here? for
Wait a
month?
minute. He was here a month ago. Do you think he possibly found the... And then I noticed her looking, and I'm going to run through my head. She's been working with us. There's nothing to suggest. Yeah, I mean, I'll assume she's part of the group. Do you think it's possible that he already found the shard from this realm?
I don't know.
I think that's what that creature's guarding.
Do you have the crown, or did we leave it with Iara?
I have it because we
Take
need
it,
it. We
take
need it with
out.
us.
Maybe we can feel for it. If he didn't find the shard, maybe it's here and we can find it that way.
Oksana's face looks confused, but she's not interrupting.
And every once in a while, I kind of, sideways, just quick peek. I want to see if she's... I've seen traders, I've seen Tharkoldu traders where they should be part of the race, but they work for the demons, and I'm just looking for that. I don't expect it, but...
So, I mean, her confusion seems genuine, but she doesn't know what you guys are talking about, so she's not going to insinuate herself into
right,
it.
I've got it.
I pull it out in case it's got some kind of pull to a shard.
You pull it out. I mean, it's the Eternity shard, the Breifne shard that's attached in the crown, is still dull color. You don't feel any sort of attunement or any sort of pull any place. It still just kind of has that, like if a shiny piece of silver gets tarnished, it's kind of that dull to it.
If I don't know, but the way that we were made aware of this crown, I think it is potentially of Isle, which means that Iara probably has the greatest chance. But you use magic, right? Like she does.
I do.
Can you... I don't know how it works. Can you put magic into it? Can you push through it? Can you feel... Like I can find things with my mind. Can you push your magic into it? See if you can ignite it, or...
The time that you've had it, you've never felt anything magical from it. You know, unlike the dagger, the demon dagger, you immediately felt that there was a magical, you know, an axiom for it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel that same type of connection to the crown.
Okay.
Let's just go check the lines then. If we don't come up with something we need, then let's get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Let's go see whatever else made these tracks.
Well, when we found the crown, so this is me in real life being weeks away from when we found the crown. When we found the crown, the shard was in the crown already?
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the crown was in one of their hands, or was sitting somewhere?
No, it was in that dais.
Okay, so
And-
it's sitting in that.
Mm-hmm.
So then I put it to you, my friends. Do you think that we will find another crown with another inset shard? Do you think it will simply be a loose shard? And if it is, will it be presented in the way that it was, which was inside of the underside of a cathedral or castle? Do you think it would be in something like that, or just...
I have no
Hid-
idea. I
Could be
couldn't even
those.
begin to guess.
we have no easy way to track it. I'm
So
I'm
go ahead and
going
roll
to-
mind, everyone.
I'm going to reach my hand out.
How does the
May I hold the
dagger-
crown?
How does the dagger react next?
17.
That's interesting. Nat 1.
You don't disconnect because it's just basically
mind
jogging the
rolling?
memory.
Just
Yeah,
11.
thinking that you
11.
disconnect.
11.
That'd be terrible.
So, you guys, the three of you remember that the Lady of the Lake said once the crown has been reassembled, bring it back to her for her blessing.
And then we'd be able to use it to help us.
So does it just not do magic at all, even if we were to collect all the shards?
Typically, most Eternity shards, you should be able to tap into it. But this one that's affixed to the crown, it's dull. It's like the door's closed.
Okay.
So
I think we're looking for a shard.
Yeah, I'm going to reach my hand out. May I hold the crown?
I pass it to Max.
So I'm going to put my hand on the shard. I know nothing about what... All right. Actually, before I say that, as characters in the game, do any of us know what an Eternity Shard is, or we're just reacting to what Jones has told us an Eternity Shard is?
You know, from your time on the bases and from the time of, being sent out on this quest to find it, you've heard, tales of Eternity Shards. Eternity Shards are like solid pieces of possibility energy in and of itself. And it's something that both Storm Knights and Stormwarriors look for and prize, or prize possessions. Each one works a little bit differently, though.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to put my hand on the shard. Now, I'm a little concerned that they're fragile, so I'm not going to crush it, but I'm going to put my hand on the shard, and I'm just going to try and feel through it. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I do know what happens with my psionics when I push out.
You push your mind, you put your mind out to it, trying to attentively, feel and see if you can even enter it. It's not a living thing, and so there's no connection. It's a piece of iron worked to hold 7 shards.
Right. Oh, I wasn't holding specifically the crown, but the shard itself. Same thing. It's inert.
The
The shard itself.
It's not inert. You can feel energy, but like I said, that feels like there's a door closed, and you don't know how to open that door to get to the energy.
Well, I believe I feel what her blessing will do, but I am concerned now. If we have no way to track these things, if we have no way to feel these things or sense these things, and I don't remember Iara being able to do either of those things when we were down below, we are literally looking for a piece of rock on an entire planet made of rock.
Not just a piece of rock. There's 6 shards left?
Needles in a
all right.
haystack.
However, I believe 6 pieces of rock on a planet made of rock is near impossible. We need to get some kind of an advantage to find these things. I'm going to try one other thing. So where that one sits presently, I don't know that my character would have this deep of a knowledge, but is there an order that the names are spoken in places? Probably not. I'm fishing myself,
Sure.
trying to figure out what, but what I thought I would do was put my fist into each of the additional openings or finger. I'm thinking that the crown has these upstanding prongs that the Eternity Shard slides into. It maybe it's a hole that it slides into, but whatever the space is, I'm going to put a piece of my hand. Yeah, right. So a piece of my hand, be it a finger, a whole fist, 2 fingers, whatever it is, into that each of the spaces.
So the way that the crown is like it's just an iron band, and then like an iron frame in the shape of not a tear, but just like a crystalline
Marquee.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you. And they're equal. It's spaced just equally around the crown, and then the one shard that's already in there, it looks like it would just come in from the side and just kind of click in.
So I'm going to put it sounds like I can potentially get the small portion of my fist into each, and again trying to reach out. I'm trying. I feel like there has to be something that we're missing.
So you finger the crown.
Something this powerful.
Well, I don't think that the crown. I don't think it's not activated without the pieces.
I understand this, but
Demon dagger react to it if it was brought up to the shard?
I most certainly will try, and I'll put it in there. I'll lay it next. I'll bring it close. I'll bring it close. I'll set it, into the space. I'll set just the tip in the space. I'll, endeavor to see if I can
all the way to the shaft.
I'll give it
To
a
the
full.
hilt.
You touch the other shard with it and see if it has any reaction.
I'm a little more nervous about doing that, but when the other things fail, I will touch it to the other shard.
And so, as you're going through this, trying to feel something, nothing sparks, nothing ignites, nothing triggers your mind.
So I'm going to get pissed. I'm going to hand it back. This is impossible. And I'll hand it back to you.
I believe that nothing that we've experienced happens for no reason.
Well, then call upon your God and find it.
So
he has already laid a path before us.
Where?
He revealed the tracks to us in the lion enclosure. Why did we not accept
The
it?
crown showed up after we dealt with Yavich the first time and just kind of appeared.
Did it?
After you defeated Lady Nightbird,
It appeared.
well, and along with because then you also cleansed the Undercroft, and then that's what the Lady of the Lake had requested. And so once that was cleansed, she appeared and then gave
If
the
that
crown.
is the
Maybe we
case,
have to do the same thing here at the
which
zoo.
means what? Killing all the creatures?
Follow the
Or
thing that was
whatever
making these
in the
footprints.
lions. Then.
Very good.
It's the only clue we have. It's the only lead we have.
I agree,
That's-
Father.
That's the only thing I can think of to do.
Since it's your God, will you lead us?
Okay.
So Oksana just kind of shrugged. She's like, "No, hope your God doesn't let you fall again."
Now, if it's possibly a demon, would your dagger react to it at that point? If we're
I
getting
most
closer to
certainly
it?
believe it would. That's the energy I feel.
So what you
Let's use that
do
as a
know about
compass.
occult tech is demonic in nature. It can work, but it needs most of it before it gets put into humans. The demonic energy needs to be exorcised, and the occult tech from the dagger has not been exorcised yet.
That's not something I know how to do, right? I mean, that would be weird that I would know, but maybe I do.
I mean, it wouldn't be weird that you know that needs to be exorcised, but you don't know the rights to do that.
That would take a priest.
I was gonna look over at the Father and make the connection and go, Father Elias, have you exorcised anything in the past?
Of course I have.
Fix this dagger.
What is wrong with it?
And I set it down. It is inhabited by a demon, or at least the presence of a
Then
demon.
why would we want to let it out?
We would want it to be exorcised. We're not letting it out. We are sending it back to where it came from.
In order to properly exorcise the demon from a vessel, we first must be able to interact with it. We have to basically force it to show itself.
If you can't do it, just tell me you can't do it.
I can do it.
Well, set it back down.
It doesn't work
Doesn't
that.
it
It
have
does
to
not
tell
work
you
that
its
way.
name? How are you going to
It
figure
needs
out its
it
name?
needs to manifest itself before we can interact.
So what you do know from being from Aurora, in order to kill
We need to
any
know- we
nightmare,
need to know their name.
You need to know its true name.
We've got to get it to tell us its name, its true name.
It's a dagger.
Right, but
That's
if
what I
there's a
just said,
demon,
can't
no,
talk.
it's not just a dagger. It's a dagger with a demon inside, is what you're saying.
Can't tell
Well, that's
its
what I
name.
understand. I'll pick it up now. I'm looking it all over to see if there's like a name written on it.
So it's more demonic energy, not necessarily demonic presence.
Right, so could we use this energy as like a compass?
To find what?
Well, we're looking for demons, aren't we?
Why don't we try the tracks first? Why don't we rule that out?
Very well. Very
I think
well.
it's getting
I'll put
too
the
late.
dagger away.
We all need some sleep.
Now this time as we go down, I'm going to go down first since I'm leading. I'm going to tie the
Good.
I'm
So
going
you
to tie the
don't
rope to my
handle us?
waist.
And I will
Go ahead,
lower
me down. I'm tired of falling.
have to do that one by one.
But between you and Oksana, you lower him down, no problem.
All right, there we go. Now untie. All right.
Next.
I
We'll lower everyone down
Yeah,
except the
so-
two of us.
Lower
Okay.
everyone down.
And then because I know she's going to make it down,
Watch this guy fall.
yeah, I'll probably
so
fall.
funny.
Yep. That one.
Are we able to catch him?
I'm
Just
not
get out of the
gonna
way!
catch that big guy. Where's the rocket try to catch him? That's awesome.
So Oksana's climbing down, you climbing down, you fall, and you land on her, and she falls.
Bottom half.
That's awesome.
Oh, we made it
on
like
the roll.
halfway.
So, so bottom half, just 2 shock, no wounds. And so, but you land on Oksana,
Right.
and she's like, "Get off me, you big
My
oaf!"
wound before
I get
we
off
deal
her.
with this creature.
Are you need to be healed
I have 1 wound still.
from the same set of wounds that I healed before, right?
Yeah.
That you
Okay,
were
then I can't
unsuccessful
heal
healing.
those again, right?
Not by first aid.
correct, and I could magically try and heal them, but then I couldn't heal you again for the rest of this scene, and just we don't know when that is going to end. So that was up to you. So anytime you say, you know what, I want to be magically healed, you just come let me know, and I'll give it a whirl.
All right.
You want it now?
We'll deal with this thing first. Sounds like there's only one of them.
Okay.
Okay. Based off the tracks. Does it look at the tracks again?
So go back to the tracks.
Yeah, go back, look at the tracks.
Does it look like only one creature?
From the prior time, it looks like, you can see tracks go throughout this enclosure, but the size seems to be the same, the spacing seems to be the same. Some are old, so there's tracks all over the place, but it doesn't appear to have been made by many. It just appears to have been one individual making tracks over time.
Perhaps this Yavich can change his form to,
Does it appear to be bipedal or quadruped?
Bipedal.
I start following the tracks.
So
There's a
I mean,
way
you
to
follow
do
the
it.
tracks, but before you were able to locate tracks that definitely led directly to the enclosure.
Yeah, that's
Or
where
in the
I'm
back of the
going. That's where
enclosure.
I'm going. Yeah.
Okay. So as you get back into the enclosure, go ahead and roll find for me.
15.
15. So as you follow the tracks and get to the back of the enclosure, as you're looking on the ground, you see almost what seems to be like a roll track on the ground covered by dust. So like a barn door opening, that type of tracks up against the wall.
Okay. When I start looking at the wall, I say, I think there's something behind here.
I
Look
just-
at this, and I point this out to the rest of the group. It's like something that drug across this space.
Does it look more fresh than the animal tracks or creature tracks?
No, so
It's
like
bored-
once, yeah,
bored
so
into the ground, right?
yeah, so like once you scrapes away the dust, so, like a sliding glass
Yeah,
door,
yeah, yeah.
the track that those sit on, you actually see that.
Oh, okay. Like the ones that are like inside. I thought it was like an actual like.
No,
drag mark.
no. So it's not drag mark. It's like the track of a sliding
yeah,
glass
like the
door.
little inside
Oh,
ones
okay.
the wheel slides
Oh.
in or whatever.
Exactly.
So we could follow that, or we could just, or is it like a threshold that we're crossing?
Well, so it's up against the wall,
Okay.
and so what you're seeing and what it looks like is some sort of track, and for a door to follow.
I try and slide the wall.
You push it, you can feel it move, and as you slide, you can actually feel it open up.
I say, there's something here. Look.
Can you peek in?
I guess. I mean, I'll try and open it. Help me. I look at Max. Help me with this.
I'll lean in.
So you lean in, and you guys open it, and then you hear
I'm standing
boop,
back.
boop, boop, boop.
So
Lord.
I know what that sound is. That sounds.
One person
Glad I
moved
was
back.
standing back.
Oh, man.
Was I even up there?
Well, hearing that, I would have dove. I don't know how far I would have got, but hearing the beeps, it would have been the second beep, and I would have left.
I probably wouldn't have moved because I don't understand what that noise is.
Okay, so like I said, I heard one person say moving back. He called everyone up. Do you think your character would have moved up when he called attention to the tracks?
No.
Okay, so
Hey,
no.
I found something. Never mind.
But after opening, if it beeped, I would absolutely fight that. I would have at least leapt away.
I'm guessing there wasn't a lot of time between when we heard the beep and to when there was the explosion, right?
No.
Okay, so yeah.
So, yeah,
I'm just
so-
like, I'm taking it full force, full frontal. Here we go.
So
What's that sound? Bam!
So the two that made a movement, Oksana was up there, so she didn't move. You two need to make a dodge roll. So,
All right. Oh, me?
Not you.
Oh, not me.
You- yeah.
I don't get to dodge. I'm just eating
I wasn't even up by
So
the thing to
DN
begin
10.
with.
Net 5.
5.
Nice.
So you registered what it was, but then didn't move in time.
7.
7. So you're like, oh shit, but didn't move fast enough. So this is going to be a medium range blast. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Even though I wasn't up at the door.
You was up, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. So D4. 3 people are going to be in this blast. Oksana is out of it. So you guys, 16 points of damage from the blast against your toughness.
9.
Who are
That's
you pointing at?
That's a
These 3.
7 difference.
11.
So 11. So that's going to be
5 difference. Yeah.
So difference of 5 for that. It's going to be 1 wound, 2 shock.
I got 7 difference.
1 wound, 2 shock.
And I'm the same, so 1 wound.
1 wound, 2 shock. And so everyone else, and so Oksana is right up there, but you guys kind of shielded her from the blast, and you are away from that. And so basically, whatever got tripped when the door opened, you guys took that mine just and are feeling that shrapnel and burned just up on your guys' skin right now.
Man, I wasn't even up at the door to begin with.
So now you need to be healed.
Yeah.
Because now you have 2 wounds, right?
Because I was back. I was thinking I was back by like trees, and then I stepped even further back.
Yeah, I'm not the one with good find, so I was like,
I wasn't even up at the door.
everybody
either.
else go do the looky.
You didn't see yourself up at the door?
No, I was like way back. That's why I was like, I'm stepping even further back.
You know,
Oh, okay.
I thought he
was the only
was the one that was
door.
like,
I
oh,
found
look
the
the
trap,
door,
and
and then he helped,
I
and
said,
that was
there's
it.
something here,
Yeah.
and I
Okay, then Oksana would have been there, so she would have taken
They're
that
not wounded.
blast.
So I'm not wounded.
Okay, you're not wounded. Okay. All
I
right.
thought you was up there. Sorry about that,
No,
Tori.
so I was like, I wasn't up at the door.
So, yes, Oksana takes 1 wound and 2 shock.
Maybe I'll heal myself since it is.
You probably
it's
should.
per scene. I probably don't want to do that. I could first aid it, but I'm more curious before I make decisions. What's on the other side of this door? If we're looking at the
More bombs.
portal into the demon lair, I might not want to take 10 minutes just there and bandage my wounds.
So, what it looks like is a darkened tunnel. So, there's a little bit of light shining in from the mouth from when you open it up, and it's going down, and then it gets dark down.
Yeah, it looks like a demon lair.
So, Oksana is just kind of like rubbing her temples, and she's like, I'm afraid I must agree with you.
Yep, and I bet you everyone in there heard the doorbell.
Yep.
We definitely set it off.
Well,
Tactically,
can,
we are in a better position here to cut them as they come through the doorway
Yeah.
and out.
I was gonna say, can some of us
It's
climb
kill
into a
box.
tree or?
Do I need to make a? Oh, I need to make a concentration check to
Oh, that's right.
the damage. So what did we decide? It
D10.
was? D10. All right. 12, which is a 0. Yes, I made it.
Yeah, so you're still able to hold that off.
Yeah.
I say we kind of spread out a little bit here, try to get
Willpower, right?
some
That was willpower.
Yes.
Okay, that made it.
either some cover or try to conceal ourselves a little bit and take this as an ambush.
I like that idea.
So, Oksana just starts looking around for a place of cover.
Can you set a trap with your potions?
Not my potions, no.
Do you have anything?
Well, I mean, I have my iron sheen, which is I can coat weapons or up to 6 bullets.
Or maybe we'll just hide. We get the advantage of surprise on them and get a round of free actions.
I think we should just get the surprise on them, treat it as an ambush.
So you guys kind of set up.
Well, if we stay within 5 meters, you get the benefit of my protection. Otherwise, you won't. It's up
I'm
to you.
climbing into a tree if I can, because all my stuff's mostly ranged.
I ain't climbing no tree.
You're able to get high ground from just out from the enclosure to be able to get a shot in.
I'll stay down at ground level and hide
Also,
behind something.
5 meters is like close to 25 feet, so it's pretty far.
So I am going
No,
to
15.
take the handful of caltrops that I have. I'm going to spread them across the front of this.
Okay. So you guys prepare and wait. How long do you wait?
Until something happens.
Till we
Good
start
5-10
hearing anything.
minutes.
10 minutes.
So, first minute goes by. Everyone's up on edge. Another 4 minutes go by. So 5 so far. Just quiet.
5 more minutes.
I have a feeling
Another
Greg's gonna
minute?
make us go down the hole.
Oh, nice.
Another minute goes by.
Can we tell, looking at where the explosion happened, if something was set up to be triggered? Like if they had set it up while they were inside?
Not from your location, because you went out to get like a higher ground looking down. As you're thinking about that, so you'd be like, you can't see it.
Isn't that could tell us if they're inside and then set it up, or if they set it and left?
10 minutes.
Maybe
So
10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, all of our shock will have healed.
So at 10 minutes, I'm going to go in and start reclaiming my caltrops.
So 10 minutes go by, and you see Max start picking up his caltrops that he dropped.
I believe there's nothing coming out. Or if it is, it went out another way.
And that means we have to go down.
So since it's so quiet here, if no one minds, we can do a little bit of first aid before we go in there.
You said the Q word.
Yeah,
If no one minds.
Why did you do that?
What?
the word
You
that
said
starts
the
with
Q
Q,
word.
Oh.
it's the opposite of loud.
Oh,
You don't say that word.
you don't say quiet?
No.
Oh,
She's not lying.
okay.
Darn.
All right, so I will
He goes first.
silently.
You're going down first, sir.
Okay. Well, let me wrap my wounds real
Lead the
quick.
way.
An 11, so that's going to be a first aid 13, so that's going to heal 1 wound.
So you're taking another, 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
So
Yep.
20 minutes go by.
All right, I say we send him down first then.
You want to be healed?
Sure.
Another 10 minutes. That's going to be... Well, I can only heal 1 wound because the other one was from
Oh, I
the other
have
set
this
of
one.
injuries. Okay, so I healed that wound. Did anybody else take damage
So it's
from
about
that blast?
4:30 now.
Oksana, does she...
4:30 a.m. Yeah, Oksana took a...
Does she want me to apply first aid?
She's like, I'm okay.
Okay.
Seeing her say that, I'm going to say I am fine as well.
All right. Then let's head down the hole.
You first.
Oksana says,
I have no fear. God is my
we've-
ally.
we've notified whatever it was that's here. Perhaps it's best that one stays up on top and watches the rear entrance as guard. I could do that.
Stay here then.
I like that.
I feel like she's gonna block us in, like outside
She's
of the
going to
gate.
double
Yeah, I
cross
think
us at
so
some
too.
point.
This feels
she's
double crossed.
It
He's working
does.
for the
And
man.
she's gonna shut
It
us
does. I
in.
think she should go in.
And then who's staying up here to?
Can I try and see if she's holding something back or that she's trying to set us up? Is there a way to do
Are
that?
you able
There's
to
not
use her mind
really...
in any way to figure out?
I could, but I have been watching her the whole time. I don't know if you guys have heard, but I've continuously asked Greg that. And I'm at the point now where I'm feeling pretty confident with her.
Yeah, there's really nothing like that without, telepathy or precognition.
Okay. Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Everything happens for a reason. I'm going down the hole.
I'm gonna bring up the rear.
And if you look back at her, Oksana, just earnestly says, I'm not here to betray you.
That's what someone who would betray you would say.
Yep.
What she said.
So who's going down?
I am.
It is dark, so it
Yep.
only takes maybe about...
I will pop a flare for whoever's going.
Alright.
But if Oksana's coming with us, I believe she should go first. Not making a decision for you, but I believe you should.
I think she wants to stay up top.
In which case, then... I
Yeah.
crack
Does
a flare.
Oksana have
He's-
any kind of... maybe she can give us something
Is she
to
able to
love.
sneak down there enough
Shooting
without light?
flares?
Without flares? Because she can see it in the dark, can't she?
It's like, I do have cybernetics to allow me that.
Why don't we
She's-
I'm
send
about
her
to
down
scoop her
first?
damn eyes out myself.
Why doesn't she go slightly ahead of us if she can sneak in far enough to see without drawing attention and let us know?
So you wish me to reconnoiter?
Yes.
I can do that.
We'll all wait here while she goes in. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, she's gonna go sneak peek with her cybernetic eyeball vision.
And she comes running back with a horde of demons chasing. All we gotta do is close the door.
Works out for me.
If she's far enough ahead, we can
Yeah.
close behind her.
Yep.
She goes down, and maybe after about 15 feet, you actually no longer can hear her moving down. So she's moving down very stealthily,
Ninja, go ahead.
pretty ninja quiet. So you wait about 10 minutes, another 10-15 minutes, somewhere in there, and she announces that Oksana coming up, and she makes her way up. This tunnel travels maybe about 100 feet, my best guess. And then it enters into a lighted doorway. I didn't look inside.
So we just have to get down to the lighted doorway in the dark.
Let's go.
You're still going first.
I'll go
However,
first.
the passageway is clear and there doesn't seem to be any obstacles in it.
Thank you.
Well, then.
Why not use the flare?
I don't want anybody outside the lighted area.
See the light
Just-
from our
just
flare
see light
coming
from our
in.
You
flare.
said the door was closed, open?
It was an open doorway.
With a light on the other side, huh?
Okay.
We're
I
gonna
agree.
field down the wall or whatever until we get there.
Yeah, if it's lit up, we'll be able to see it when we get close.
Mhm.
So,
Father?
just blindly walk down
I'll
there.
go down there. No problem. I do not have the fear that others,
So you...
What's the quote? Like something about walking through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil.
fear no evil. Yeah, I say the prayer as I go through.
Very nice. As you start walking down, and he just boldly going down. Everyone else, has just kind of got their right hand or non-weapon hand up against the wall, and just kind of feeling their way down. And Oksana's true to her word. There, no one stumbled. And for everyone's best estimate, when you get to about 80 feet, about another 20 feet ahead, you can start seeing the glow of a neon light coming out from of an
Open
entrance
door,
way.
or is it underneath the door?
Open.
Oh, well, I'll go to the door.
So it's not like a hard turn. So if you keep walking, you'll go right into the doorway.
Are we starting to smell that gross demon smell
Ooh,
that we recognized
She
from
gets a token for that.
yeah, I would.
Ravage the first time?
Good call, good memory. Yes, you do, and I would agree.
Nice.
Possibility token for that. Especially being experienced monster hunters, all of a sudden pick up that little sulfuric scent, and you will bet on your life and your experience that you're smelling either a present demon or at least the presence recently of a demon.
You gonna let me know about that, or you gonna let me walk straight through? You gonna let me walk the plank?
I mean, I think it'd be karma, but I'll be like, hold on, slow down for a second.
Oh, what?
You don't smell that?
No. What? Smell what?
My God, I wasn't even thinking about it. You're right. I
Smells
smell
like
it
rotten
too.
eggs.
What do you guys smell? Why don't I smell it?
Brimstone. Demons.
Rancid
Demon
gas.
Or my faith must keep me clean. Perhaps you should go first now.
So what this conversation that you guys are having, you hear all of a sudden just kind of like this muffled, help!
You hear that?
I ready my latent
I nod. I don't speak.
Okay. I go to the door. I go to the door to take
corner
a
a
look.
little bit of this doorway.
I just look
Are
around
we
the
able-
corner. I
No,
walk around
so
the door.
it's not a big. So the entrance goes right into, or the hallway goes right into the
I'll go in.
entrance.
I'll just go in.
Oh.
I believe that I'm protected here. That's why I didn't smell the sulfuric smell of the demon hide.
So you guys, when you walk into this room, you'll find yourself up into this big, like 40 by 40 foot, just cavern with neon lights just lined up on the ceiling. Not so bright where it just completely illuminates it, but high enough and bright enough to where it allows good vision. But it's kind of a red tint to it. On the far end of the cavern, you see like there's a big, about 20 by 20 painting of like a world map. All of a sudden, now as you get closer, you can start smelling decomp, and there's cages suspended from the ceiling, and you see movement in one of the cages, and then standing in the center is the demon Torgon.
I don't know who that is, but I will let that demon know that I've been sent here to nullify your
Well,
existence.
but before you roleplay, excuse me.
Go into my standoff soliloquy.
So the demon stands approximately 8 feet tall and has cybernetic plating strips covering his bare torso. His lean and muscular body is topped by a raptor head that morphs into a human mouth and jaw. His raptor wings are banded like a falcon's and are curled behind him. Torgon stands on human legs and is wearing some type of leather pant, but his feet are the clawed talons of a raptor.
So those ones we saw.
He looks upon you as you enter the cave with a mixture of curiosity and expectancy, and he says, "Oi, what you blow up my door for? Yavich said that some storm knights would make their way here. I didn't believe him. Fuck me, I'm glad I stayed."
I lean over to Max. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Do I know him?
Roll streetwise.
Who does that? I'm
I'm
gonna.
going to say no. That is going to be a -6 for my streetwise, which is not over 11. Yeah, that's a 4. He's a demon.
Don't know who
This is
Torgon
all
is.
I know.
I'm going to say, tell me your name, demon, and I'm going to cast crucifixion on him. This is a demon. I'm an
I'm
agent
gonna
of the
look
Lord.
up at that movement in the cage as well.
So he starts casting, which is going to put us into initiative. You look up at the movement before he starts casting, and what you can see is it looks like a human male nude, just kind of curled up in the cage, but it's like a little box cage, so he's definitely just all smushed up tight. In 2 other cages, it appears to be the same type of configuration, but the flensed bodies of people that are dead inside those cages. Barry,
Human?
before he starts, yeah, it appears to be. So Max,
Yes.
before he starts casting, is there anything that you're going to be doing? Actually, you're looking at Torgan like, who the fuck is this guy? Do I know him? He doesn't seem familiar. Racking your memory, so you're focusing on that.
Yep, I am.
Azrael, what are you doing?
Kind of want to talk to Torgon before.
Okay, so what do you say? As soon as you get ready to start saying something, you hear him start praying, and you know what that means.
I slap a hand over his mouth like this.
And so all of a sudden you feel,
I'm going to avoid that. Yeah,
So-
my character is going to be like, no, this is a demon, and it could be an exercise.
all right.
Yeah, that's,
Do you say that or you're thinking that?
Well, I tell him to
Well,
tell
I'm
me
like,
its name.
hold on, shh, and
Right.
he's just like continuing to pray.
I tell him,
Yeah,
to tell me its name.
I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure, because if you say what you said and that's not something you're thinking,
Oh,
it
no.
allows the rest of us to react.
I don't necessarily. All I say is, "Tell me your name, demon," and
All
I
right,
start praying.
So no, so it wouldn't be anything I'm thinking.
But you know
Stop the praying
from
for a
your
second.
Rorsch that in order to take care of the nightmares, we need to know their true name.
Yeah,
No.
he already said Torgon.
Oh no, he did not
He did
identify
not.
himself.
He did not
we
say
don't-
his
He did
name.
not. We don't
So
know
that's
his
when we're
name.
like, shut
We don't know his
up.
name.
We don't know his name yet.
So, like, two people are. I mean, before I flip this and start initiative, do you continue praying?
I'll halt. I'll delay, but only if something really good doesn't happen. I'm gonna go right into. I'm gonna put us into initiative.
So you're
unless something really good happens right now.
So we're
so
telling
you're
them.
ready.
Really convincing, yeah.
So while this is going on, you know, like you guys are getting him to stop. Torgon's going.
So then I'm gonna look at him and go, "Who the fuck are you?"
Hey, me. I'm the one that looks like he's got my shit together, not like you, numbnuts.
That's not gonna be convincing enough. I continue to cast.
Okay.
But you don't know his name.
I'm gonna get him to tell me his name
So,
through pain, through execution of pain. It's all part of the exorcism process.
so the presence of a techno demon is going to be a dramatic scene. So heroes go first, villains are stymied.
It didn't sound stymied to me, but
So I'm gonna go first on this one because it was my.
He's stymied because of his humor. He doesn't take you guys seriously.
like, you guys are kidding.
Did
You
I'm a
roll
demon.
a fucking one.
Roll a one, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Are you fucking?
Tell me your name. Ah!
See, this is what you get for saying the Q word.
Yeah,
Where'd that come from? Where'd the whole quiet thing come from?
Dude, nurses don't say it. Dispatch doesn't say it. Firefighters don't say it. The police don't say it.
Priest, stay quiet. Oh. What is wrong with the word quiet?
It's too quiet.
What do you say instead of quiet? Silently?
Uneventful.
Uneventful.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try
I
to
mean,
remember that.
yeah.
All right. I rolled a one unless somebody wants. Well, I can't.
All right, well,
I rolled a one. I botched. I mean,
So
I'm gonna go next then.
I have to make a reality check, right?
with the presence here, everyone needs to make a willpower check. You failed yours,
Okay.
and so, but you know, with it, you know, you attempting to cast, so you are going to disconnect.
Ooh.
So I have to make a willpower check?
So everyone needs to make a willpower or mind check,
Oh, mine.
because as you get ready to fight a demon, you have to prepare yourself.
Now, do I get any bonus for being from Tharkoldu? I don't know that I do. I'm just asking.
And no, you don't. You know what demons are capable of.
So I've got a 9.
12.
12. So you're good. Stymied,
16.
you're good.
Stymied is basically -2 on everything.
Yes. So as Father Elias starts getting ready to cast, you reach out to your god and you don't feel him.
See?
And that
Why have you forsaken me?
and that sends you into a panic, and all of a sudden you're now caught up in Tharkold's realm.
Which
and
means what?
Well, which means that either you can choose to transform into Tharkold's realm, or you try to exert your own personal reality again to reconnect to Orosh in your realm, in your god.
What happens if I decide to transform into Tharkold's realm? What does that mean?
You
You
will
spend the next 30 minutes rewriting your character.
yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's important to know. All right.
And,
So,
and while you're in that state, you do not re-roll 10s, and you cannot spend possibilities.
do I get to reroll 20s?
you always get to reroll 20s,
Nice.
but you cannot reroll 10s, and you cannot soak damage, and you cannot spend possibilities.
Right, because soaking
Well, I
damage
don't have any
requires
possibilities.
casting possibilities.
Now, and so I can take my action on a turn to try and reconnect, right?
You take your action next turn to reconnect,
Okay.
and then because of the one that you rolled, you're naturally just fearful of this, so it's going to be at a -2.
Okay.
And one more thing on the -2, is that -2 to the die roll or -2 to the end result?
So basically, if it's a DN12, it would be a DN14.
So it's -2 to the end result.
Correct.
Damn.
Correct.
All right.
So he was getting ready to take action. He disconnects and stops. Who continues?
Question my face.
Okay, what do
I'm
you
gonna
do?
go ahead and shoot
Get him.
Curse Shell.
Okay.
11.
And so you just, as the cylinder rotates, poof, it lobs out. What you see is the demon just kind of flare his wings and creates an updraft, and your cylinder just kind of flies off and doesn't land towards him. Who's next?
I'll go. I'm going to cast lightning. Nope. I rolled a 2.
Okay, so as the ball just your lightning just starts infusing into your hands. You reach out and you just let it fly, and it just goes wide. Max.
So I will step forward. Demon, you do not know me. I do not know you. but I am Max. I am of the race. We search for something. Give it to me, and you shall not be harmed.
Are you attempting a persuasion?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. It is going to be at a -2. This is very difficult, so DN 17.
So -2 from it, -2 from my standard. And what did I need to make?
17.
Fuck. If I only had one -2, I would have made it. That is a 15.
So he stops, kind of looks at you. So that ends your turn.
Yep.
He just kind of closes his
And
eyes.
I'm not hiding. I walk
Yeah.
right towards him, but I don't... I mean, I step forward. I mean, I'm not going to go right up to him, but I step forward and stand.
So he looks at you, and then just, getting shot at, getting cast at, this impertinent priest. And so he doesn't engage. You can see all of a sudden just kind of like this weird shimmering in front of him. And he throws up his wings with one quick downbeat, jumps up in the air, and he goes to land on the priest.
Always between.
That's what you get for saying the Q word.
Well, yeah, I didn't realize what I did. I didn't realize I stepped on that landmine.
So he actually flies up in the air, and then for his attack, he comes just sailing down, and his claws on his feet are just coming straight at you.
All right, I dodge. Best I can.
That's going to be your... So what is your dodge?
My dodge is going to be 7.
Okay. It's enough. And so you go, ah! As like kind of Homer Simpson's yell, just
Right.
take a step back, and right where you were, boom, he just lands right in front of you where he is, flexes his wings back again, and gets ready for the next round.
Oh,
That
so
was
he didn't hit
really-
me.
He missed.
He missed. He's stymied.
Now we gotta put a card out.
He's stymied.
Okay, so everyone put your card in.
That's awesome. All right.
Here, I got one
Yes.
for you. I got one for you. Where's my
Oh, you got one that.
Do you care if
Yeah.
we discuss this with each other? Like which ones to put? 'Cause I know you don't like metagaming.
There you go.
I'm gonna play Master Plan. That'll allow us to redo any card that.
Because, I mean, as long as it's quick. It's like,
Okay.
like strategizing.
we
I
take
don't
10
like.
minutes to like discuss it.
Right.
Yeah. You pick up any destiny card, just played or discard in exchange for this one.
So I'm gonna play Just a Flash Rune, play to make a strength test as a free action on success, recover 1 wound.
So, dramatic scene, demons first, heroes, setback.
Ooh, what's that?
It's because you said the Q word.
This is all
all
your
my fault.
fault.
It's like
you
the last
did.
game. I got in trouble for touching Shan's dice, and then every dice roll was obviously my fault for the entire game.
So, he leaps back in the air, comes down on you.
Didn't work last time. Bring it.
It worked this time.
Oh.
So, that is going to be a 13 versus your dodge.
My dodge is a 7.
7, so 6 is going to be a bonus die of
I have
damage.
a toughness 9.
So, let's see here.
Remember, he's stymied this round. It should be.
So, that would be a
Minus two.
minus
Two.
2,
Net
so it would have been
result.
4, and so instead of 6. So, no bonus die.
Nice.
But it's 16 versus what?
Okay, versus me, my toughness?
Yes.
9.
9. Yikes. So that's going to be 1 wound, 2 shock.
Okay.
And so as he comes in and just lands and rakes across you, and then he kind of reaches at you with his hands and just closes his fist like that.
My cross burns his flesh.
So on you, rolled off the 20. So lucky.
Onto the 1.
No, it had to roll the entire direction to the other
I
side.
rolled to the 19.
So that is going to be, what is your dodge?
13.
13, so 18, 13, so difference of 5. That's including the stymie. So it's going to be a bonus die of damage. No, 1. So he just kind of reaches out and just closes his hand, and it just seems like all of the cold just inside just starts leaching into your body, freezing your blood, freezing your skin, and you take 15 points of cold damage.
Minus toughness 11. for
Minus
4.
toughness. So 4 shock.
Second win card.
So that's his 2 attacks. Who's up? You
I'll
need
go.
to attempt to reconnect.
All right, here we go. Well, I'm going to play this card right here, reconnect. So I play the card, then I still get my action, right? Yeah, immediately reconnect without a test.
There
Boom.
you go.
There we go. Thank you. And now I can take my action, right?
Sure.
Here we go. I say, you have no power here. Tell me your name.
What was you rolling?
I hope that's not a 1 again.
No, that's fuck.
Was you trying to cast a
Almost as
miracle?
bad.
Yes, I did not disconnect though. So yeah.
So yeah, you connected,
You're getting better.
but it took a while to figure out where your god was at. You just
Okay. I'm feeling something.
who's up next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Gonna cast lightning. 13.
By 1, so standard success.
16 ignores 4 armor.
So 16, that pisses him off.
Insta give.
Do I dare try to go for a curse shell again?
That curse shell's pretty nice.
Yeah, because it adds extra damage to everybody.
That's really
who
nice,
hits.
Well, he has a high strength, so his toughness is pretty high. But you do 2 shock to him.
Well, I'm going to send another curse shell down his way. 20.
Oh, nice.
So
Keep
roll
going.
again.
22. I mean,
Hey, 22 is a
plus
22.
8, which is 18.
18 beats his dodge by, he has a dodge of 12, so 6.
Bonus die,
So
one bonus
good.
die.
So it's 14 damage, 15, and then for the next minute, anyone who hits an attack on him gets an extra bonus die.
Nice.
So your vial shoots out, hits him, just poof, kind of explodes up around him. He's like, and uses his wings to beat back the fumes, and he looks at you and he's just pissed.
We have one mission here, and I'm on it. I'm going to start walking through the building, looking for the shard.
So
the
you
room.
start looking, roll find.
So it's not going to be much because of my -2. That is a 7 right now.
You start looking, you're not seeing the shard anywhere. I mean, but it's a big room. There's
Yep,
a lot of...
I have time.
Okay. So the setback is, regardless of what we come up on here, the approved actions are still good, but the demon's going to go first.
Oh,
So
did we
that-
get set back on the last one?
They got set back on the last one. Villain's flurry, so he gets 2 attacks.
Oh, but we go first.
But no, that's going to be the setback.
Oh, dang.
Play cards in the pool?
Yes, play cards in the pool.
Are we supposed to keep drawing back up to 4?
Yes.
No, after the battle.
Oh, after the battle.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you didn't have 4 to start this battle, then you should have been up to
Oh, yeah, I think
Correct.
we're
Okay, so what you guys see. So the demon just kind of looks at you, and you can see him just kind of close his eyes for a moment, open up, and the sheen just kind of comes right in front of him. He looks over at you, and again, squeezes down like this as his wings lift him up in the air.
Well, they're leaving me behind. That's good.
He looked first at Azrael and then at Ava.
Yes.
Yay, me.
He didn't like that canister you shot at him.
So you can feel the cold come again, but he seems distracted, and he wasn't able to bring it all the way down.
Stymied.
And so he's up in the air, looks down, flies down at you with his claws.
Oh, I took damage. I didn't make a concentration check. Huh.
Oh, that's right, absolutely.
All right.
So 17
Yes.
versus your unarmed defense.
What are you concentrating on?
Nine.
Ward enemy.
9, so
So
that
we're getting the
is-
+2.
Yes, +2 to all defenses, and if that's why he's getting stymied on the failed hits.
So that is going to be 17 versus 9 is 8.
No,
So
remember you've got a +2 defense. I think everyone was missing that.
11.
11 still a good success, so it's a bonus die of damage. So that's going to be 21 versus your toughness.
10.
So that's 11. That is going to be 2 wounds and 4 shock as he just comes flying down.
That's 3 wounds for you, isn't it? But then you have one
that's
for
no.
four.
This,
Oh no!
So to let you know, there is the equivalent of a possibility on the board that you can play to summon.
I should have played close call.
Yeah, whichever one that I can use
So
to.
drama you can use
to
as a
soak.
possibility. Yeah, and then you can soak it. Then somebody can use master plan on their turn to bring that thing back. It can either go back into the pool or you can use it.
So while you're rolling, so he looks back at you again,
Forward.
and again just he just kind of
I know it's not a 20 because the 20 is facing
and
me.
just starts squeezing once more. But this time it's different.
Oh no.
What is your mind or willpower?
No,
11.
nothing. It's a DN of 10, and I would have had a 2.
So you stuck with 2 wounds,
Nobody started a chip.
4 shot. So while you're bleeding, he lands, looks over, and this time what you feel, not the cold that you did before, but it just feels like all the vessels, the blood vessels in your body just start constricting and start knotting, and it just hits you, it just sucks in your breath as the blood is starting to be impeded flow in your body, and you take 2 shock. So now that is all of his attacks. Who's up?
I'm going to look again. Do you want me to just roll now?
I'm fucking
ahead.
pissed, so I'm.
So this time it's going to be a 10.
10. You start methodically looking down one side of the wall, and you're not seeing anything there.
I think I'm going to throw a possibility to see if I can make it better.
Even if we find it, we're not going to get away from this demon. I think we need to focus on this.
So 16.
16. You move along the wall and end up going down to the far wall. There's nothing on the ground, to be able to look at, but you definitely see this map. And let me know if you take the time to actually look at the map or keep on going.
Where did Oksana go?
And then from the end of my turn, she's guarding the top.
Yeah, she's guarding the top.
I'm going to play Master Plan to put the drama back directly into the group pool. That's my actions.
So who's up next?
I'm gonna lightning this motherfucker.
Okay.
12.
So
He's
12.
vulnerable.
As the lightning comes, it should be right at him, but there's a shimmer that happens in front of him, and your electricity hits it, and it just kind of like the static electricity all over it, and boom, disappears, and your electricity wasn't able to get past that shimmer. Who's up? You know techno demons are tough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do.
And this one, from what you can tell, is not even an alpha.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot a phosphorus shell.
Willie P.
Well, we do have 25% of our team looking for something.
Yeah,
For the fight.
I'm gonna yell over at you. You wanna come
A
help?
joint party.
Keep him busy. I will find the shard.
Well, if you remember last time, it didn't show up until after the room was cleared, so
We need your help.
you wanna come help? Any time would be appreciated.
And whatever that big bad, I'm going regardless. So here we are. There's a techno demon. Let's show us your stuff, buddy.
16.
16 is 4 over his dodge, so it's
Sweet.
a standard success.
Its main purpose is to create light, but it illuminates 10 meters for 1 minute. Direct hit deals 12 damage, burns 12 damage every round for a minute.
So is it it's a fire damage if it burns?
I think so, because it said burns.
Fire or acid, probably.
Well,
Or magic.
Phosphorus
It's
would burn.
phosphor, So
Yeah, so phosphorus would burn. So your shell goes and it hits that same barrier that seemed to block the electricity, and the shell just kind of, the light hits, and it should have hit him, but whatever this barrier is just eats up the fire. Play your cards in. Put your cards in the pool.
No, I've gone.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes. So what are the wound
I
penalties?
thought you did go
No.
because you reconnected and then had that miserable.
No, we were stymied this round.
Oh, okay.
So we all went last.
Okay.
So I'm specifically going last because I'm going to heal, and I wanted to know who was going to be the worst off. So I'm going to heal Azrael, but it's my DN is modified by my wound penalty as well as hers. So you've got 2 and I've got 1. So what's the wound?
-2, -4.
So what? -6?
Yes.
Motherfucker. All right.
Just don't worry about me because I feel like you're gonna waste it.
No, I'm going to heal you. A 6. All right. I will use that and reroll an 18. So 24. That is 8, and this is a faith. That's going to be a 24
-6.
minus 6, which is going to be an 18.
Was 16 is what you needed, so good to go.
No. I already subtracted the 6, so the net is 18.
Yes, and you needed a 16.
Why did I need a 16?
So.
Oh, then it's a 24, and I needed a 16.
Yeah.
So, so I got a 24.
Good to go.
That's a good result.
That's a good
I know
result.
what
Result, so 2 wounds.
2 wounds and all shock.
2 wounds, all shock.
I'm all better.
You're back in the fight again.
Yep.
The demon did not like that.
I say you have no power here, demon.
Like, die, priest.
Your wounds, your efforts are futile.
So I'm gonna laugh when I piss over your dead body, priest.
Did everybody use? Did everyone in the group?
Oh, and then I didn't use a card.
Yeah, you
So
did use the drama.
Oh, that's right.
Did everybody in the group use a card this round?
I think I did.
Okay.
This one I'm going to use close call. That is play when soaking damage. You get an automatic outstanding success.
If anyone doesn't need a card, play the master plan to pull the drama card back.
So you mean like our next turn?
Yeah.
Use the...
Whoever doesn't, if someone doesn't use a card, whoever's in order, play that.
Use
to get
master
that.
plan to pull
Okay.
the drama.
I'm going to play the precision card. It says play this card to ignore friendly fire for 1 test, or prevent an ally who would normally be included within an effect area from being affected.
Okay, so dramatic scene. Heroes first, but are stymied, so -2 on every roll.
Cocksucker. Okay. I'll go first.
Who's up?
And I'm going to use, where is it?
The master plan?
Yeah, master plan to put drama back in the deck.
Okay.
And then I can still attack, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Lightning this bitch.
Get him.
No.
So the lightning doesn't even hit the energy in front of him; just kind of goes wide. He sidesteps, looks at you briefly, and then puts his
Well,
malevolent
unless there's I can add 3 to my roll card. I
Dex, strength, or related skill.
rolled 10.
gaze. Yeah, magic.
Okay. This dice with the flea in it is not. I'm gonna put it down for a while.
I'm going to go next.
Being
I've
bad.
got an idea. I'm going to use this setback card. Play to trigger a setback for the opponent as though it appeared on the drama card conflict line.
Oh,
So
okay.
he knows a setback.
Sounds good.
All right. And then I'm going to try and crucify him. Come on, baby. Stop playing around. 7. Well, that's going to be -2. That's going to be 14.
Damn. Normally, the shield that he has, it actually catches the nails that it comes through, but all of a sudden he just seems to like lose concentration, and all of a sudden you see the nails just shoot through as the setback occurs.
Nice. And
So it's going to be standard success.
Can
Alright,
you get
cool.
the extra from my curse
Yeah,
shell?
get the extra.
Hit him.
The
1 bonus die damage for vulnerability.
Okay,
When the curse shell hit
So
him.
that's going to do 17 damage and 4 points of armor piercing.
4 points of armor piercing. Ouch. So 17.
Yep.
So that is going to be 2 shock. And so the nails kind of come through. You can see him just kind of hit his hand and hit his arms. And so, but he just jerks down again just now. You know, the beak for his nose and the glowing yellow eyes are just staring hate and malevolence at you. And his human mouth is just sneered in just a snarl of hate as he glares at you.
He said, "Tell me your name. I will have it."
Well, I'm gonna send another potion his way.
Okay.
And that was the setback why my stuff got through, I'm imagining?
Yes, it was.
Okay, cool.
There, so 14.
Well, what are you shooting at him?
It's miasma, which is a vial of a choking cloud of poison.
Okay. That's going to be a standard success.
So it's a large blast. Each target hit must test strength or suffer 2 shock, and test again on next turn. On a success, he only suffers 1 shock, but must still test again on the next turn.
Okay. So what's his DN? Just is it standard?
I think so.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. So he makes his strength and he starts coughing and hacking
So a good success avoids damage, but still requires another test the next
for
turn.
next round. Roger
So,
that.
And on a success, he still gets 1 shock.
Okay, doke. And that included your stymied?
That'd be 11.
That 11? So that actually did not. He was able to duck it.
Oh wait, did I say 13 or 14? I said
You said
14.
14, it's 12.
So 12,
12.
sorry.
Dodges 12, so it would have been a 0 standard. So, yep.
Yeah, so
Scared me for a second.
Max.
No.
Are you done
Did I
for
go?
this
Yeah.
round? You have not
I
gone.
went already.
Did you?
She missed.
Right, you missed.
Okay.
I went. Yeah, you're the only one.
Well, realizing that Ava was right, I'm going to turn around, run back, and strike him. Lighten up the claws.
Charging up.
Yep.
these men just don't listen, do they?
They don't.
Actually, I'm going to go after him twice. Neither one is going to hit.
So as you swing, just he hears you coming up and just kind of like flares his wings back, which causes you weren't expecting his wings to flare back, so it caused you to stumble in mid stride, and you end up missing his swipes as his wings kind of furrow back around. Okay, so new round. Heroes with a surge.
nice. Surge is not. What is the difference between surge to flurry?
So surge is everyone on this side must check for contradictions.
Oh god, what does that mean?
It means you roll for reality, and if you, except for Barry, because you're
That's
within,
right, I'm in Tharkoldu.
you're in Tharkoldu.
I'm at home.
But everyone else ends up creating a contradiction and potentially disconnects.
We have
So,
a reconnect
we have a
card
Do we
there,
do that
so-
immediately?
Do immediately.
And it's a reality check, right?
Reality. DN 10.
Oh, this is not good.
I got exactly 10.
So you're
So-
connected still.
2 minus 8 to 6.
7.
6.
So the
You
two
have
people.
you have a chip though. You could
So the two from Aurora, and so all of a sudden you realize just, you're fighting this thing like you would a nightmare, a monstrosity back home. You're relying on your god, and the spirit just doesn't. Axing here doesn't support that religion, and again you feel your god just slip out of reach. So you guys disconnected. You can still take actions,
right. We just can't
but
soak. And
you
we
can't soak. But what you can do is
try
like
and
full
reconnect.
defense.
Okay.
And so that way, if he comes after you, you get at least the extra bonus for it's a hit.
How does a taunt work?
Basically, you're trying to taunt him into like coming after you, coming to attack you.
Like, is that all you got? My grandma hits harder than you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna try and taunt him. All right.
Of course you are.
But I will play this to reconnect. That's another one of those.
And it immediately reconnects
Alright.
without a test.
And then I will say, your powers are weak. Come to me. I'm here. Kill me. Have your glory.
Go and roll taunt.
All right. What's that based off of? Charisma. All right. Let's just see.
Well, this one can be used as well, can't it?
What'd
There
you
it is.
get?
The 20.
30.
30.
37. So that's 11. That's 17.
Is that your good luck dice?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And so you tell him that, he looks at you,
Let me down a
smiles,
little bit, don't I?
smiles, and he says, "Gladly."
Perfect. All right. I taunted him. Do I immediately get the destiny card, or do I gotta wait till the end of the turn? End of the round.
Oh, go and draw.
Oh, cool. All right. We want to keep being able to funnel cards into the pool here for us.
Is this the one that goes? You can.
Oh, we didn't put
use
cards
it
at the
as-
end of the round last round, did we?
You should have.
You should have.
Oh, we did. I put
Yeah.
close call on them. All right.
Yeah, I put the precision.
Ava, what are you doing?
Draw is the one
I'm
that.
trying to see
Well,
if
okay,
I can.
So you could
play this
you
as a
could pull this back.
possibility,
Yeah, you can play that.
And then pull the reconnect back.
Oh no, this is played as a
No.
possibility. Master plan was the one that allowed us to pull.
Master plan
used
is
them
like
both.
two down.
Yeah, we used them
Okay.
both. But you could try and reconnect and then use that as a possibility.
Next-
if that
Yeah.
doesn't work,
Next
you could then
turn.
use your chip.
Next turn reconnects.
Next turn does.
Yeah, next turn attempt to reconnect.
Automatic?
It's an automatic attempt.
Oh, right, attempt, yes.
Yeah.
yes.
See, you played a card without a roll, so it's able just to do it.
Gotcha.
But I can still shoot him with just my regular.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because the tech here supports the tech of your weapon. So it's in combat. So odd roll hits the priest, firing into combat.
So he hasn't gone
No,
yet, right?
no, unless if it chooses precision, this ignores friendly fire.
If she plays it,
Yeah, might as well play it.
I just rolled a 1. So
Definitely play it.
yeah,
You can play
I'm
it?
gonna need it. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Precision is, yeah, cool. All right. Where's friendly
So I don't want to
fire?
be hitting you with
We're in
it.
the
normally I
dog.
would say with
Cool.
a fumble like that, you would have shot him, but with the card there,
What are you doing?
so you hear, and then you feel just, boom, something just tumble right by your ear.
That was close.
Okay, we'll try it again. Maybe. That is going to be a... Why do I have to look this up every time? 12.
12. And so normally that would be good, but the shield in front of it, your electromagnetic claws just can't get through the psychic shield that's in front of them. And so it stops your blow. And you already went, right? Because you tried to attempt to fry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
So
so.
he flies up, jumps up in the air, and lands straight down on you.
Look at any possibilities for being heroically stupid? Taunting this thing? I have unarmed of 7. Or dodge of 7, either way.
So 17. So that's going to be unarmed 10,
Yeah.
which is 2 bonus dice.
Is he still stymied for having missed you or not? Or did you lose
no,
your
he
concentration?
attacked somebody else.
Yeah, he hit last time.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 16 plus 8 is 24.
I have a toughness of 9.
Toughness. So that's what?
15.
15.
That's not good.
3 wounds,
Sayonara.
6 shock.
Good night, Irene. It was nice knowing you. All right, so yeah, that puts me at 4 wounds and 8 shock. So yeah, I become a martyr, you see, because I pulled the attacks away from the group to save my friends, give the opportunity to run. Yes, I'm okay with that. I will ascend to a higher place in the
So
afterlife.
next, you able to stay connected.
Yes.
So next round, you roll for defeat.
Okay.
So what you guys see is you see the demon just jump up after being taunted by the priest,
And then stomp him into nothing.
and then just rakes down across his face. Just the claws just dig deep, gouge out one of his eyes, just split down the lips. You can see his teeth and
Why you gotta be so
skull and
descriptive?
jawbone. And so it nicks one of the arteries, and just arterial
Oh.
blood just starts squirting out. So you see the priest just kind of put his hand up there and just kind of go and fall back.
I grab my holy symbol and present it as I fall to my
As he's
death.
falling back, he's holding his holy symbol. Some of the blood lands upon the demon as he licks it up, looks back at you, and just holds it out his hand and squeezes once more.
Healer's down.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, nope.
Come on, demon versus demon. You got this, Barry.
See what you did? You could have helped out earlier.
And so
This
what was
is
your
your
mind
fault.
again?
It's all
Mind or
Max's
willpower?
fault. It's not
Which
my
one's
fault
higher?
anymore.
My willpower is 11.
11, so that is going to be 16, beat you by 5. So again, all of a sudden you feel just the blood vessels in your body start to constrict and start tightening up. Even though it's just moments, it feels like it's just agonizing minutes as the pain just racks your entire body, and you take 3 shock from
Kind of
that.
like brain freeze, only everywhere.
Well, good thing I took that card earlier. I would have knocked out if I didn't.
Okay, so new
My turn?
round. Nope, that's a new round. That's his round. Because the heroes had a surge.
If you guys have any more cards, you put them in.
Yeah, put your cards in. So dramatic scene, heroes first,
Glory.
and heroes are inspired. So all the characters on this side immediately recover 2 shock.
Like that.
That's it. Only 2. Wow.
Only 2 shock.
That's fine with me.
Because
So for you,
I get to make a defeat
you
test.
get to make a defeat test,
Spirit or strength, whatever the lowest.
whatever the lowest.
So that's
Oh
going to be my
my God.
strength, which is a 5. Here we go. All right, so I'm pretty sure I didn't make it. 8 is going to be -2, so that's going to be a 3. Yeah, so I die.
So you
dice.
you reach out to your
I have
god.
one of these. Can I-
Oh, yeah, all right. Can
You
use
grab
it?
possibility,
Okay,
absolutely.
all right, hey, man.
I don't want you to die.
Thank you.
So is this to roll or to soak?
No, this is for the roll.
What is
He
that?
can't
19.
soak, can he?
I can't soak.
We're a whole new round.
This is a defeat test. I don't think I can soak anything. I'm not taking damage. This is just a time.
No, you can soak. You're not dead yet.
You can twist reality.
I don't know. What am I soaking? I've already taken the damage.
You've taken the damage, but you're not dead yet.
Right, but
So it's not like it's.
I'm testing for defeat, though, right?
You're testing for defeat, but you're not dead yet. So she's giving you, bending that reality.
It was on the defeat test, so I'm going to add it to my defeat roll.
Okay.
You also had this.
Draw them as a possibility. Okay. Well, let me use. Well, do you guys want me to use this before you give me your last one, or you want me to take the chip?
It doesn't matter.
Let the
Let's
group
use
know.
the card before that.
Okay.
That way,
All right. Okay. There you go.
if we need to
Take
use
that
this
back.
for the next,
I'll use
whoever
this.
else needs it, we
All
got
right.
it.
I'll use that. So then that makes it a 19. So that's a 27, which is a lot better. So that's a 9 plus 5, which is a 14.
You went from a 3 to a 14.
Yeah. So on a, which is what? So in the DN's 10. So I got standards. So I'm just knocked out and suffer a permanent injury.
But you suffer permanent injury. So,
Yeah. So
you
now-
actually you rolled you got a 19.
No, 19 plus 8 is 27. So that gives me 9 plus my 5 strength.
So it's 14. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So standard success. You're knocked out. You're not dead.
I'm not dead. I'm just knocked out.
Yep. And so, for those that are watching, the gash in the carotid that was spitting out that arterial blood, so just all of a sudden the blood just kind of seems to kind of come back in and meld, but you can see just a steady chest rise, and it's not that death gurgle that it was before.
Oh my god. So it's not your time.
All right, and heroes are up. So who's next?
Now, can I still put cards into the pool at the end of every turn, or no?
No,
I'm pretty much out of it.
you are out of the fight.
I'm going to cast lightning.
Did you put
20! 20!
Keep rolling.
Did you put
4.
you
24.
should have one more.
Plus 8.
Hold on, yeah. 22.
So against his dodge, which
This
is
is a
12, but he has
This is
the
hers,
psionic shield, which bumps it up to 15. So you still
That's 7 over.
7 over, good success, so 1 bonus die. This is where you want the 6, the infinity.
And is he vulnerable? Don't you get the die from the curse potion? You get an extra bonus die for the damage
How long does that
He's
round?
vulnerable
Minute.
for a minute.
for a whole minute. It hasn't been
Roll
10
this-
rounds.
Nope,
No.
has not been.
Heck yeah.
24
And I forgot
damage,
that 'cause I would have been able to
and
do
it
some
ignores
damage
4
last
armor.
time.
So
One,
he has a strength of toughness of 17, but with minus 4, it would put him at strength 14.
10
So,
points.
That's 10 over.
10 over.
so the lightning that you shoot out just penetrates his shield. He's gloating, just licking the blood from the priest that was on him. He looks over at you, like who's going to be next, and just gets a blast full of lightning right in the chest. Tell us what we see.
Nice!
And heal one shot.
And heal 1 shot?
Popped him.
Cocksucker.
Nicely
Oh my
done.
god, I really thought you were dead. And I was
dead
like,
too.
I was about to give me all the possibility chips. This fucker is dying. He dies so unimpressively.
Just make a smear out of him on
he
the
just
floor.
drops, and we're like, what?
So what you see,
Dumbass.
what you see is think Vicini from Princess Bride. He's like,
Laughs and
Yes,
all falls
yes,
apart.
like that. It was so boring.
and goes
funny.
down.
That's fine.
Oh,
He was a tough son of a gun.
damn.
Techno demons are tough.
But I like the way if you roll good enough, you can just pop somebody.
I'm liking this curse.
So I
show.
immediately, once I see
Yeah,
him
it's a
drop,
really
I
good
take
one.
a second to make sure he's down. I'm going to go to looking again. On another wall.
No chest rise.
All right, yeah, so I'm going to go find another wall to look on.
So you start looking. Go and roll find.
I'm gonna try to figure out how to cut the guy down that's stuck in a cage. Are there any levers or anything?
Yeah, it's pretty clear that there's a pulley and just a tie
Okay.
off.
Oh, I'm gonna get that guy down.
Okay.
Should we take our cards back?
Oh yes, please.
Do you want me to roll again? That last one was a 6.
Yeah, to roll for the last wall.
Who did this, the flesh one?
Yeah, that's mine.
And that is going to be
Alertness wasn't mine.
I think I was buried.
9.
You check all 4 walls everywhere that you think something would be hidden or something would be seen.
I'm going back to that map.
Okay. So what are you doing while you're getting ready to look over to the map?
I'm gonna help her pulley down all the people, whether they're alive or dead, from the little cages.
Okay.
Just in case there's something in them or on them that we need.
So for you, as you start walking over and you start lowering down the cage, the guy inside just immediately just starts yelling, screaming, just no, like banging his head, just trying to free himself. You can see him just like start to cut his scalp on the cage as he's just freaking out.
Interesting. I'm gonna yell up to the guy like, no, it's fine. We're
here to help
helping
you.
you. You're okay.
And so when
Bad
you look
boy's
at him and
dead.
try to talk to him, he's like, he sees you like this other living person, and he's just like, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, please don't. And he just tries to get as far away from you as possible.
Do we have a way to knock him out so we can safely?
You can't get your punch through.
Can you like tell me a lightning bolt
okay,
down to
so
like a
I
taser?
have a riot stick that we could stick through the bars and just.
Yeah, you're gonna keep it up. Keep it up.
You have the idea flashes in your mind,
Let's just get him
and
down
the
quick.
thought process of potentially causing him more pain
Want some more?
seems like a very great idea.
Do you see any clothes laying around or any rags or blankets or anything we can give him because he's naked?
So go ahead and roll find as you start looking at that. So you look at this wall, and it appears to be, you've been on core Earth long enough and seen maps and globes, where it seems to be a map of Earth, and there are 6 unique spots that look to be pinholed on the map by a nail and marked with, so basically a human ear nailed to the wall to mark certain locations upon this map. And so do you look to see what those locations are?
I do, but I'm also going to take the map with me.
No, it's painted like in
painted?
blood
All right.
up on the wall.
So then I am going to do my best to commit those to memory.
So the first one that you see is on the island of Ireland. And as you look up close, you can see that it's Loch Gill, where that first ear was.
So that looks like where we found the crown, right?
Right.
Okay, so this is
gonna be
promising.
locations.
You look down a little bit into the map, and you see a marking on Paris, France. Further east, you see something titled the University of Benghazi in Libya. Keep going south and east, you see Gundu village in Nepal. Further east is this island called Japan, and the ear is on Mount Rishiri on Rishiri Island. And as you look for the last ear, you see it on a place called Ellis Island.
New York. And that's 6.
That's 6.
And there's none that I can identify as being in the realm of Tharkoldu.
None.
So we came all the way here for the map.
Yes, but it's worse.
So as you guys are talking, what'd you roll for your find?
9.
9. There's rags, but it's just
I have
like
my
decomped.
my clothes from being in the Isle
Oh
territory.
yeah, we can give that to him.
Yeah, sure. You can have my women's clothing
Okay,
from
so
Isle.
I'm gonna quickly get him down and then we'll try opening the little cage, crate, whatever. he's
So
in.
it's going to require a lock picking.
Can't do it on
don't
train.
have
Nobody
that.
has lockpicking.
Can't we just get what's her face to come down here and pull the bars open with brute strength
I mean, we can. What is there keys on
somewhere?
The
Demon
demon.
Dude?
So you go look over at the demon. No.
Is there keys anywhere? Anything that lock picking tools? Anything around?
As you start, go
You
ahead and
can
roll
use the
find.
skill
As
on
you start
trains.
looking,
Right.
Yeah.
so as you start looking for keys, go ahead and roll find. Back to your guys' conversation.
So we came here for nothing.
Well, I actually find this map to be extremely valuable
Anybody else
because we
wanna
got
help me
the.
look for
we-
keys?
I'm unconscious.
Can I give her a 1+1 to
I might just want to roll.
finding? Oh, you okay? What am I
I rolled
looking?
a
I'm doing
6.
find.
Yeah.
This is mine.
I rolled a 4. I'm
We
sorry.
can. Are you able to add that to mine though?
No, I'd have to give you a -6.
It's still a negative.
I
Still
could either
bad.
give you a +1 or a -6. Back to the conversation.
I
Even
believe
though we
that
didn't
the
find.
reason that there's no Mark Tharkoldu is he's already found the shard here. In fact, he may have begun the search here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe there was never one here though.
You're unconscious.
Yeah, I'm unconscious. Sorry.
There are 7 spaces in the crown.
We have 1, 2,
Yes,
3,
there are
4,
7
5,
spaces
6.
in the crown. So
And there's 6 other shards
There's-
on the map.
there's 2 options: either Tharkoldu or there's 7 invading cosms.
Mm-hmm.
So Tharkoldu should be the other one. Again, if I'm guessing right, they found it here. In fact, they may have found it first, which means Yavich may already have it.
And being the first one that was on that list was where we found the crown to begin with.
I
Yeah,
just got a possibility. I'm thinking Yavich may already have it. So,
that was a confirmation. A meta confirmation.
so I say we.
I think this is information Jezreel should know before we continue looking for the rest of them. Because if
You
she...
still want to meet with her?
Well, we were told she could either help us or go completely against us. I think we can use all the help we can get at this point. If
Do
he's
we-
on track, if he has one, we have one. We're at the same point. It looks like he already has a list of where all the possible ones are at.
then
I think we need to go there first, because if we tell Jezreel, hey, we've got one shard, what's his face has another shard, these are where the other 6 shards
I
are.
say we don't tell her we have a shard. I say we tell her we have the knowledge of the crown,
We not even
and he
that.
has a shard.
And just say he has a potential weapon that
To
can be
use
used
against
us.
That-
and
I like
her,
that better.
Instead of mentioning the crown and the shard altogether.
I like that, because I don't want her to use us to find everything and then kill us for it later.
Exactly. Just so that he has a potential weapon that can be used.
As crazy as it sounds, I think we get Father Elias healed.
We take
And
this,
we
make it
have-
back.
Yep, and we have Oksana take us to meet Jezreel.
I like that plan.
What do you do with the guy in the cage?
We can't get him
Figure out
out.
how to get this open. You can't just leave him here.
Lower
can't-
it around and leave
Is
it
he
there.
can't
calm
leave him
enough
here.
to talk to us yet?
No, he is completely hysterical whenever everybody gets near. So you recognize the sign of trauma and make a mind roll. DN8. It's not difficult.
I don't believe he is going to be of much help.
10.
It strikes you that this was a demon. If a demon puts you in a cage, he's not intending you to come out. So there may be no way to open it without brute force or like a welder or something like that.
I'd say we leave it.
Give him that
Says the
false
one
sense.
who slit the throat of a child.
We have a mission. The mission is paramount. The mission comes first. If Elias had passed, would we have tried to bury him or do something else? No, we would have left him and gone on. Is Oksana down with us yet?
No, she didn't come down.
When we called?
Correct.
So she left us?
I'm
Potentially.
uncertain. She may also be defending against something. I say we head up to look.
This bitch.
Somebody grab Father Elias. Actually, why am I telling you?
the
You're the strongest guy.
I grab Father Elias.
So useful.
You're the strong one,
You know what? I'll grab him. Over my shoulder and go.
So it does strike the two of you, Azrael and Ava, that it's probably going to be more humane just to put this guy in his misery and have him starve to death in a cage.
Oh, man.
Fine.
Who has shock damage right now?
I have 2 shock.
So
but I
You should be the
also
one
have
to
a
kill
gun,
him.
So
Yeah,
go to the slug.
like, you'll
and so
heal if you kill
he
him
feels
a
you
little
coming
bit.
over, and again just starts screaming, no, and your big slug just goes in and completely obliterates the side of his head as flakes of just brain and skull just paint the floor, and you can't help but smile as you inflicted that wound and pain on somebody else as your body responds and heals.
It's just 1 shock.
One shock. But oh, it felt so good.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
So how are you making your way up? Like just like going up with urgency?
Yes.
Stealthing? Okay.
Without a doubt.
So as you guys go up, you come out into the opening and you don't see Oksana.
I knew she was
Stop and
fucking-
listen.
You stop and listen. You hear movement and you hear like a sound of whimpering coming out from, the enclosure. You can't really see because of
Human?
the overhang.
As
Maybe?
opposed to a dog?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
So,
gonna start making my way over
from
there.
where I am, can I see where the rope should be?
The rope is there.
Okay.
So you start making your way out.
Kinda.
So you kind of start inching your way out, and you look up, and what you see on the upper part, where the look down for the enclosure, you see another demon. This one standing maybe about 12 feet tall, definitely larger than the one that you fought. He has
Sure,
like
it's
one of
blasting
those
it.
just grossly extended chins that kind of curl up and almost forms a circle with his grossly extended nose.
The guy
his
from,
red
the guy
skin.
from Willow. It's the demon from Willow.
with one protruding like unicorn horn from the top of his head. His right, he is extremely muscle bound, and his muscle bound neck and shoulders and chest, and his right arm is cybernetic, and on his left shoulder you see a weapon mounted assault rifle that's kind of pointing down. The thing though that's interesting is his wings are curled up, and he's holding Oksana by the hair, and you can see his clawed finger going towards her throat. And we're going to end this session right here.
I'm gonna like put my arms out just like.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Siegson Employees of the Month, Michael H., Greg K., F.S., and our Breaker of Seals, Frank H., Christopher C., Matthew K. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it. And a very special thanks to our fantastic artist, Jacob Blackmon, who you can reach on his Patreon under his name, or Deviant Art under the name Prodigy Duck.